Mwakwaba ebepiem e wo favorite channel na share nso se yedi nkomo e de afa the 2023 Afcon we third place game no yebeka se bronze medal na enei aman mienu ebe fight for no South Africa to omonsa e de afre Dr. Congo na magye bra transie no me de ho nsem nyina no ebe dan ho na mpacho share nso se we the Bafana of South Africa mo and eto omonsa the afre the Leopards of Dr. Congo na man mienu ahia for the third place fixture of the ongoing Afcon ano koso or Felix Stadium okopiem or Abidjan on Saturday 10th of February 2024 anajo and a game on betimi at the accessor and patch of shadow so say the 1996 champions South Africa will face the two-time champions Dr. Congo in the third place fixture at the African Cup of Nations. I know Koso Felix Stadium Abidjan on Saturday 10th of February 2024. Nampacho Washington Sosa Eddie Amame. Now, in terms of seminar, share Amami no ehonsem no Pacho Sharon Sosa. The 2023 Total Energies African Cup of Nations, a charity Afcon, is the 34th edition since the competition started in 1957. It's the 11th appearance for South Africa, whilst it's the 19th of appearance for Dr. Congo. There's a share a Miami, South Africa, we a 11th timer, or Asia kind of the competition. Dr. Congo is also 19th timer when you acquire Asia kind in the competition. Maybe a dream, mean for the head to head in terms of all competitions into me and now since 1996. And Patrick Sharon so said. Amai mienu etimi ahyia 7 times in all competitions, of which South Africa edi nkonim 5 ashe 9 goals. Dr. Congo edi nkonim 1 ashe 5 goals and a 1 etimi end in a draw. There's a way any amai mienu meetings in all competitions since 1996. 7 meetings in all competitions. South Africa winning 5 etimi ashe 9 goals. Dr. Congo winning 1 ashe 5 goals and a 1 etimi end in the draw. In narrow discussions no MPM ye Afcon meetings and say we Afcon meeting bekoso between aman emienu no na se mentimi emfa wo enko piem ho na yentimi ni nkomo no ho hwe se epiem wo Afcon a Bread Dressing and Amaimieno etimi Asia and Pacho Shannon so said this feature will be the third meeting between South Africa and Dr. Congo at the African Cup of Nations tournament. Nampacho Otimi Ashanon Sosa at the Amame. Our previous 2 meetings are also at the Afcon, Memfa Intimi and now. On 25th of February 1998, no 1998 Afcon semi-final stage, Nampacho Shannon Sosa gave me a course war Wagadugu. Na Shannon so said Dr. Congo eshe kabako bra South Africa and so eshe ekamienu after a year extra time na mpacho wa Shannon so sa e de amame and enu achi on 27th of January 2000 na no the year 2000 Afcon a yetimi e de hihye so amamienu ekopie mo group B ma day 2 and omo etimi e de pem so at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium I wo Kumasi na mpacho Shannon so said South Africa eshe kabako e de tia Dr. Congo a wentimi ante. Na say share 2 previous meetings akoso between South Africa and Dr. Congo, but Sharon so say South Africa etimedi nkunim 2 as 3 goals nya de Dr. Congo etimi edi nkunim ono nso so a watimi hwe man say watimi ahye a goal and de atia South Africa. None of them 2 games or more at the Afcon and etimi end in the draw. Na mpacho watimi Sharon so say e de amame. Na mpacho San Shannon so say South Africa unbeaten in their previous 2 games against Dr. Congo at the Afcon since 1996. Na mpacho Asharon Sosa at the Amame. Bra South Africa etimi awini 2. Nenyina asha 3 goals a concede a goal. Na in terms of semigusu amede ehonsam down on mpacho Asharon Sosa, South Africa have scored in each of their previous 2 games against Dr. Congo at the Afcon since 1996. So hwe 2 previous games amayemienu etimi ehia abono ebia no South Africa at the ball to Dr. Congo net. If that is the case, then expect South Africa at the ball ebeto Dr. Congo net bro mo emienu Asia for the third place game of the 2023 Afcon ekoso ewoye Ivory Coast. This has been the data, so expect to say South Africa ebesan so the ball ato Dr. Congo net, and for the first time yebenya Dr. Congo obe prevent South Africa from scoring and I say unconcede bro South Africa at the airpem so anaha. But it said the Felix Stadium where Abidjan will decide on the fate of Amain Mienu. But Shannon also said South Africa have won by a difference of a 1 goal margin in each of their previous matches against Dr. Congo at the Afcon. It is share a Afcon meetings Ibiano South Africa edin kunim de bi win by difference of a 1 goal margin. Mo first encounter no etimi course no udin kunim 2-1 after extra time. And at the last edition etimi a course no udin kunim 1-0. Na say we ene senior abakosem enso so eko regards to aman mienu at the Afcon. But Sunshine also said Dr. Congo have only ever played 3 or more games against 2 sides in the competition without ever winning. Until Ushima says, "Send nay, wabo 2 games. Untimi win on South Africa about 2 games at the Afcon. Untimi and win ebino. On a mine being so at the apem soa. Saba kosemi bi etimi akosoa. A honum a copium nurse 3 matches. And then say nasa 3 or more and watimi abo with a mine me no a biana yadia utimi edi enkunim. Bako any Nigeria and Dr. Congo alusu 3 games on Nigeria abo at the Afcon nina. And wachi on Tunisia and so abo 4 games. Untimi win ebi among wadro mienu etimi alusu eye mienu. There's a way I did Dr. Congo and so on some when it comes to Afcon meetings. I need about 2 with South Africa. There's a call in favor of South Africa. There's a twice of sending on Nigeria. Acquire 3 games. Well, losing na ultimate so we need and frontier Dr. Congo Tunisia and also you have 4 games. What draw 2 and lose 2 no. There's a twice so our South Africa. South Africans will be increasing to 3. Benfa the match fast intimi emfa now. Ye PM our the Bafana of South Africa. Patoshan so se wiase nyina. O FIFA latest rankings e beto Montano omo rank 66 na pacho washan so sa e de amame no e ba Monten on 21st of December 2023. Na o hwe South Africa omo first international game omo etimi born 9th of July 1906. Bra Argentina etnase ema South Africa ebo wuram ehso omo ekaba omo antimi anti Argentina maimu na mpacho washaran so sa ede amame. The Leopards of Dr. Congo are 67th by FIFA latest rankings. I announce so etimi ebeto Mountain. Their first international game was played in the 1948. Bra Congo ehse kamiansa ema Northern Rhodesia enso so etimi team mienu. Na se we and ya mine mienu no omo nsema go so amede air down na pacho shanan so say the Bafana of South Africa most scout player is Aaron Makwena. Bra watimi abo 107 games otimi ahye 1 goal na pacho washanan so sa ede amame. The Leopards of Dr. Congo most scout player is Isama Mpeko in 123 caps with 1 goal. Na se upim ewoye Dr. Congo enso so afama senior hon so eko enono. South Africa national team all-time top scorer is Benny McCarthy with 31 goals in 81 caps. Whereas Dr. Congo national team all-time top scorer is Mbokani with 22 goals in 49 caps. There's a way and a senior 80 echo. South Africa are located at the Southern Africa, which is part of COSAFA Regional Federation, whereas Dr. Congo are also located at the Central Africa, and so you're part of a UNIFAC Regional Federation. Now, Pacho Washan and Sosa at the Amame. Both sides were knocked out of the title race during the semi-finals, where Bafana were edged 4-2 on penalties after 1-1 draw with Nigeria, whilst Dr. Congo lost by a slim 1-0 margin against the host nation, Ivory Coast. While both sides will be disappointed with the semi-final exit, the 3rd and 4th place playoff present the perfect opportunity for either side to go home with the consolation of being the 3rd best team of the competition. Now, Pacho Watimi Ashan and Sosa the amamia. There's omo ebe fight for the bronze medal. The first third place game at the Afcon was played in the 1962 edition, which Tunisia won 3-0 against Uganda on 20th of January 1962 at the Haile Selassie Stadium in Addis Ababa. Na mpacho washa na so sa ade amame. Se ne nei yɛka third place game ho nsɛm no na sɛ bredi kan yɛ bɔ third place game no bi no etimi ɛkɔ so in Addis Ababa na ɛno wohwɛ aman mmienu a mo etimi hyia esi akan no 1962 na Tunisia ɛne Uganda ɛna de pem so a bra Tunisia edi enkunim ɛnso so ɛwɔ hɔ. There have been 116 goals scored in 50 games for an average of 2.32 goals per match after the semi-final games. Nti UPM wo edition ya egu so a ye boy a the 2023 edition no. But Shannon so far yenya 116 goals and yetimi ashe. South Africa first appearance at the Afcon was 1996 and the 34th edition is their 11th participation in the competition. South Africa won the 1996 African Cup of Nations title when they hosted the tournament. The future and I will hear in terms of say this future will be South Africa's second third place match at the African Cup of Nations since their first appearance in the competition in 1996. Nti o hwɛ third place games na we any bread toss bi no a oman South Africa etimi abobi. Omo first time omo etimi ebo bi no ekɔ so 12th of February the year 2000 na no 2000 Afcon a third place game no ekɔ so Accra Sports Stadium. South Africa ehye kamienu bra Tunisia enso ehye kamienu na after extra time ene etimi nya sa score line na mpacho Shannon so say the penalties ehye so no South Africa edi nkunim 4-3 etimi etoso miensa for the 2000 Afcon eno etimi ekoso no yenya ko host Nigeria ene Ghana ene etimi kabom host tournament no. On 10th of February 2024 no the 2023 Afcon third place game the ehye so no at the Felix Stadium no ewo Abidjan pacho Shannon so say South Africa ebe tonensa e dey afre Dr. Congo no ebe the second time oman South Africa ebo third place game in the competition since 1996 omunya kwanya ebe piem na pacho Shannon so say South Africa won their only previous bronze final in the 2000 Afcon against Tunisia on 4-3 penalties. Nti uwe the only final and as a third place game omo etimi boy no oman South Africa etimi edi nkunim na mum game no travel to extra time eno achi ye the penalties ehye so na omo etimi di nkunim enei sen na game no ebetimi akọ ebe travel to penalties na South Africa akọtoa so akodi nkunim after extra time ana say we ebetimi decide within 90 minutes. But Shannon so say South Africa are unbeaten in their last 5 Afcon games, winning 2 and drawing 3, since losing their opening group stage game in this year's edition against Mali 2-0, conceding just 1 goal in this one. Nti uhwema say ba oman South Africa mo defense no so ani ye pa mo etimi ebo mo ho emodem. South Africa's last 2 games at the 2023 Afcon have been decided on penalties, winning 2-1 against Cape Verde in the quarterfinals and losing 4-2 to Nigeria in the semi-finals. As many shootouts as they had in their previous 14 knockout games in the competition combined. And so year 2. There's where this additional oman South Africa eguso omo abakosem pa. South Africa have scored 7 goals at the 2023 Afcon, their most in a single edition since finishing in 3rd place in 2000. Bro mo etimi share 8 goals na mpacho oshananso na say omo share 8 goals in the year 2000 no omo ntimi share goals man nko animu year obepiem this edition omo etima share 7 goals so far. There's omo wakwanya so omo betima equal goals omo enyae in the year 2000. na wahyɛ no nso sa de ama me. Ndaa time ɔmo etimi bɔ ɔmɔden ɛhyɛ saa number of goals no ɔmo etimi ɛtɔɔ so ɛyɛ mmiɛnsa. Nti sɛ ɛnɛ yi sɛ ɔman South Africa etimi hyɛ goal increase ne tally no from ɛyɛ 7 ɛde kɔpiem 8 na otimi ɛgye the third place anaasɛ bronze medal no ɛde si ne nan so a na ɛsɛ mama no ɛntimi ɛnyɛ ɔnwanwa ɛnso so ɛwɔ hɔ. While they have scored more goals than they managed across their 2 previous appearances in the competition combined, 6-3 in both 2015 and 2019. Na mpacho watimi ahyɛ no nso saa ɛde ama me. Following Mokoena's penalty against Nigeria, South Africa have had 2 players scored multiple goals. No, Nzwani and Mokoena, both 2 in a single Afcon edition for the first time since 2000. Na pacho washadan sosa ede amame. Batters eno otimi enya 5 goals ena enu achi opiem ya abrantie friend Nomvete enso otimi nya 2 goals enso so ewo ho. Enu achi ohwe owura ye friend no Batters in 2000 edition, the last Bafana player to score 3 or more goals. Na pacho watimi ashanan sosa ede amame. Dr. Congo first appearance at the Afcon was 1965 and the 34th edition is their 19th participation in the competition. The Leopards of Dr. Congo have won the African Cup of Nations on 2 occasions, 1968 and 1974. This fixture will be Dr. Congo's 4th third place match at the African Cup of Nations since their first edition in the competition in 1965. Ntina wahyɛ no nso saa ɛde ama me. Bɛmfa the previous third place games a ɔman Dr. Congo atimi abɔ on 4th of March 1972. There no 1972 Afcon. Brady third place game no ɛhyehyɛ so ɛwɔ Yaoundé. Cameroon ɛhyɛ ɛkanum ɛma Dr. Congo atimu mienu. Anso hɔ on 27th of February 1998 no 1998 Afcon. Brady third place game ɛhyehyɛ so ɛwɔ Stade Municipal no Ouagadougou. But ɔhyɛ no nso sɛ Dr. Congo ɛhyɛ ɛkanan ɛma Burkina Faso ɛnso ɛhyɛ ɛkanan. Ɛno na after extra time. Na yɛde penalties ɛhyehyɛ so no ɔman Dr. Congo edi nkunim 4-1 a nneɛma ɛkɔ yie ɛde ɛma ɔmo ɛnso so ɛwɔ hɔ. Ɛna ɛno akyi on 7th of February 2015 there no 2015 Afcon. Brady the third place game ɛhyehyɛ so ɛwɔ Malabo. Na mpacho hyɛ no nso sɛ Dr. Congo anshebi Equatorial Guinea enso anshebi. There no after extra time. Yɛde penalties ɛhyehyɛ so no ɔman Dr. Congo etimi di nkunim 4-2 a nneɛma kɔ yie ɛde ɛma ɔmo. Ɛna enei akwanya aba say on 10th of February 2024 no the 2023 Afcon third place match do ɛhyehyɛ so no at the Fairly Stadium no ɛwɔ Abidjan. Yɛhyɛ no nso sɛ South Africa to ne nsa ɛde afrɛ Dr. Congo. Na ohwɛ Dr. Congo the previous 2 third place games watimi abo since 1965 but omo atimi adi nkunim 2 out of 3 games omo abo no omo elusu the maiden edition no etimi ekoso in the year 1972. Na mbom efiri ho no the last 2 editions omo etimi abo no nyina no omo adi nkunim na ebia no game no travel to extra time and sana omo etimi atoa so akɔgye dwumadie no asi omo nan so a omo edi nkunim on penalty shootout. Na pacho wahyɛ no nso saa ɛde ama me. Pacho kai nso sɛ medical catch us South Africa enso only third place game a ɔbɔɔ no travel to extra time a ɛno akyi yɛde penalty hyehyɛ so na omo etimi edidi nkunim. Nti na pacho watimi ahyɛ no nso saa ɛde ama me. Dr. Congo have only won one of their last 7 Afcon knockout matches within 120 matches omo atimi abo. Na mpacho Shannon so say within 120 minutes omo atimi abo. Omo atimi adraw 3 and enu achi omo lose 3 na washanon so. While they could win 2 such matches within a single edition of the competition for the first time since 1974. The last time they won the tournament. Na samre no omudin edisaye na washanon so ede amame. 5 different players have scored for Dr. Congo at the 2023 Afcon. na mpacho wahye no nso sa de amame. Their most different goal scorers in a single edition since 1998 bro etimi nya 6 players bro etimi share goal when they finished third place na mpacho wahye no nso sa de amame. Mfa the match date honsam entimi enan wo ayano February 10th a game no ebetimi akoso na upiem South Africa but Sharon so say South Africa lost their only previous game on the match date ayano akoso February 10th since 1996 na bacho watimi Sharon so sa de amamen. Also 10th of February the year 2000 no 2000 Afcon semi-final match itimi adehye so the National Stadium Lagos Nigeria kamienu editia South Africa kan katesi Tijani Babangida ono editimi nya sa 2 goals ni nyina edema oman Nigeria on the first minute and then 34th minute or ensure say victory Neman Nigeria at the end. The only South African game wabo on the match date since 1996 lose 2-0. Coincidentally, na Afcon game etimi ekoso. Sanya enei omo 10th another 10th of February 2024 game omo etima kobono and so Afcon third place game for the 2023 omo any Dr. Congo and the ekopem so. Share Dr. Congo and so affirm about the match data. But Sharon so said Dr. Congo won their only previous game on the match date February 10th since 1965. 10th of February 2011 and almost 18 boss game no. Na African Nation Championship quality akase Chan Group C match day 2 and where the local team of Dr. Congo 18 boss game no. A game no ekoso Emirates Stadium no ewo Sudan mamu na pacho wahye no so sa de amame. Dr. Congo kamienu ema Ivory Coast atimu baako. Since the competition started in 1957, 44 new countries have so far featured in the competition. National so PM of Africa aman a omo active a omo timi nya akwanya si akan competition no 54 na emu 44 enya akwanya esi akan ni bi so far na say 10 ene intimi qualify enko PM at the tournament no ebida intimi enkosi akan enso so ho na bacho watimi Ashanon Sosa ede amame. Based on my data analysis on this game, ya mehwe ani mu se betimi asi eniye. Mehwe ani mu se oman South Africa no the Bafana of South Africa ebetoa so na watimi adi nkunim age the bronze medal for the 2023 African Cup of Nations tournament no koso Ivory Coast no obetimi age the bronze medals no etimi adi asi ne nine so bra obedi enkunim over the Leopards of Dr. Congo na ndema koyi ade ama South Africa. Adesrede ne say unya subscribe to the channel hwe etimi subscribe no wa share na afoforo nso etimi abeka ye ho na because wa asel say won like dwumadie no na etimi ahye nkuran na enu achi nso so no mo etimi ahye ama afoforo etimi abeka ye ho wo leave comment ebefa na etimi adi dwuma ama bibia etimi akọ animu eyie pa. Shalom, peace.